Hello, my name is Sonali. Welcome back to another episode of Around the World. When the seeds of tension and confusion germinate in any corner of the earth, the plant of dispute is sure to flourish. Obviously, if there is a conflict in any region of the world, its impact does not remain limited to a region. Rather, it becomes a global issue. In this context, the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas has brought the world to the crossroads, where a different picture of this conflict emerges with each passing day. Last year, on October 7, Hamas attacked Israel and laid the foundation of a new war in the world. If statistics are to be believed, about 1,400 people had died during that period. Along with this, more than 200 people were kidnapped. However, in this conflict that has been going on for 5 months, new twists are emerging with every passing day. On one side, there were speculations about the end of the war, while on the other side, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has claimed that Israel will soon declare its victory. Along with this, an increase in Israeli military attacks was also seen in Gaza's southern city Rafah. In such a situation, the question arises that at what point does the Israel-Hamas war stand at present? What has been the role of Egypt in this war? At present, what is the stand of the countries of the world, including India, in this matter? We will know the answers to all these questions through this episode. But first of all, let us know about Hamas. The full name of Hamas is Harkat al-Muqawama al-Islamiyya. Its meaning in Arabic is Islamic Resistance Movement. Actually, Hamas is an Islamic extremist organization demanding the state of Palestine. It is also one of the two major political parties in the Palestinian area. Its main destination is Gaza Strip. Currently, the Gaza Strip is part of the Palestine. In 2007, Hamas took control of this area, and since then, it has been ruling it. This organization was formed together in the year 1987 by the Muslims of Egypt and Palestine. Its objective is to establish Islamic rule in place of Israeli administration. It created its own military wing in 1992. Iran's name comes first among its supporting countries. Apart from financial help, it also provides weapons and training facilities. However, the European Union, Britain, and many other countries, including Israel and America, have declared Hamas a terrorist organization. Talking about the Gaza Strip, which is the main area of Hamas, it is an area 41 kilometers long and 6 to 12 kilometers wide, in which more than 2.3 million Palestinians live. It is counted among the most densely populated areas in the world. Israel came into existence in 1947 with the United Nations resolution dividing the British Mandate of Palestine into two parts, the Gaza Strip and Jerusalem. The Palestinians rejected this agreement and jumped into the battlefield in 1948. Israel won that. The result was a large displacement of Palestinians from the area bordering Israel and Egypt. On October 7, 2023, the pent-up anger suddenly came out and manifested in the form of war. While on one hand there are speculations about the end of the horrors of war, on the other there is an expansion in the territorial limits of war. In this series, the fire of conflict recently reached Rafah, the southern end of Gaza. It is noteworthy that Rafah crossing is a border crossing located in the south of Gaza Strip. After the 1967 war, Israel had occupied the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. Although Israeli forces withdrew after the agreement, Rafah was divided by a border with Egypt on one side and Gaza Strip on the other. A border crossing was built there, which is the only land access to Gaza to date. Interestingly, Israel does not have direct control over it. Egypt controls a part of this crossing. However, permission from Israel is required for any goods to enter Gaza. If this border crossing is closed unexpectedly, Palestinians could be stranded outside Gaza. Egypt does not always keep this border crossing open due to humanitarian reasons, such as the displacement of Palestinians. Also, to open it, one has to coordinate with Israel. According to the United Nations, so far this year, Egypt has allowed 19,608 people to leave Gaza, while more than 300 people have been stopped. Amidst this tension, relations between Israel and Egypt also increased. It is noteworthy that for decades, Egypt has played a leading role as a mediator in negotiations and prisoner exchange deals between Hamas and Israel. Cairo is currently hosting several rounds of talks between Israeli and Hamas officials in an effort to achieve a ceasefire in Gaza. Although at times all this results in a ceasefire, till now there has been no clear reaction from either side regarding the end of the war. Amidst the heat of war, changes have also been visible in the mutual relations between many countries. On one hand, many countries are openly supporting Israel. On the other, many countries have sided with Hamas, in which Iran, Syria, and Qatar are the main countries. But most of the other countries have avoided taking sides with Hamas. Turkey has talked about making peace with Hamas and Israel. A similar statement also came from Russia. It also appealed to both the sides for ceasefire. At the same time, UAE seems worried by the news of Israeli people being taken out of their homes and taken hostage. The UAE has said that citizens on both sides should get full protection under international laws. They should not be made targets of conflict. It has also appealed to the United Nations Security Council to stop the Israeli attack and restore peace. If we talk about India, it has friendship with both Israel and Palestine. But in the case of Hamas attack, India has strongly condemned it and calling it a terrorist attack. Well, now it remains to be seen what form this controversy can take next. Right now, both sides are bent upon destroying each other. Hamas is calling this the beginning of the third intifada against Israel, while Israel has vowed to destroy Hamas. However, these events have reshaped the political landscape of the Middle East. In such a situation, there is a need for immediate diplomatic efforts to stop such a big regional crisis. The situation is dynamic and uncertain. Hence, global cooperation is needed to reduce tension. So that's all in today's episode. See you in the next episode. But before that, let's note down a question based on today's story. Israel-Palestine conflict has roots deep in the history. Discuss. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.